Happy Monday, everyone. I am here at my parents' house and we just came to hang out, but I wanted to share a quick video about my mom's garden because she is an amazing gardener and I guess she's got a whole new crop for this season. And I thought I would share some of what she is growing with you guys because clearly I am not doing that in my home because I don't have the time. And she is someone who has always been amazing about growing things and taking care of her plants. And she gave me a little tour today of this year's garden, and I wanted to show you guys some of that. So she grows a lot of different things here in her garden, and she has a lot of different kind of fruit trees all throughout the property. This is, I guess this year she's growing lots of tomatoes and garlic, and she's actually growing corn. She was showing me this cactus flower. And I said to her, I think I want a sweater. Look how beautiful that is. A sweater with these colors, a yellow and this beautiful fuchsia. So this is a cactus. She's been recently growing garlic. Look at this. So she'll be sharing some garlic with me. She's got lots of garlic and she has more in the ground. Well, that's her beautiful lemon tree. This thing is just full of lemons. We've got some zucchini. And then these are onions. I don't know what these are. I'm like, is this edamame? She told me what she was growing. She told me what she was growing with all these plants, but now I don't remember. These are all, she's got a lot of different kinds of tomatoes growing. You can see some are growing right there. And then these ones here. She's got tomatoes everywhere. There's some tomatoes there. And then she's got this one she said is going to be purple. It's going to be a nice big purple tomato. So all of these are tomato plants. It's going to be a lot of spaghetti sauce that's going to get canned. You can hear her birds. There's a lot of birds. Oh, there's a little hummingbird. So there they go. It's like a jungle out here. She's also growing corn, she said. There it is. So she's growing corn right there. You can see it. Corn. And that's corn. And that's corn. And she's kind of put it throughout this So this side of my parents' property is like a hill. They've kind of terraced it a little bit. And she's just started, well, not just started, but like these trees you can tell are old. But she just started using this ledge here to grow her tomatoes. And then these are avocado trees. So she's got some avocado trees here. This is an avocado tree. And then down there is an avocado tree. Now there's a really cute thing that my parents have done here in the garden. Aside from like taking these cute little toys, like these little elephants that they've put there, all of these little trucks and vehicles that you see here, including that tricycle, these were all my children's toys that they played with when they would come and spend time with my parents. And so what my mom's done is she has turned them into planters. So this is one of my son's trucks when he was a little boy. That one too. And then here's the little John Deere tractor he used to ride in. And she's just turned it into like a planter. This here, oh, let me show you this because my daughter used to love to ride in this little wagon. And now it's just a planter full of like succulents and things like that. So this here used to be one of their Christmas trees. My mom never liked artificial trees, so she would buy real Christmas trees and then plant them in the garden. This, I think, is one of the only ones that has survived. And then during Christmas time, she will come out here and decorate it and put lights on it and stuff. So here's more of her new beds with tomatoes. And then more squash. There's like a ton of squash here. Let's see if I can get in there. So we've got squash. And then she's got more here. And then she's got, I think it's called Mexican squash, which is the little round ones. There you go. There's one right there. Those are so good. More tomato plants. She is gonna have so many tomatoes. And then here in this bed we've got onions, and then this tree in the corner right here is a mango tree. And you can see all of those, you can see all of those are gonna be mangoes. So she's got her mango tree full of mangoes. These are different types of, I believe, cantaloupe, she said. And watermelon. These all might be cantaloupes. Hi, baby. Here's our little cat. His name is Blackie. He's 1,000 years old, but he's a good boy. Those are purple onions. She took 2 out of the ground today, and she said they're not very big, and she thinks that maybe they have been overwatered. But those are all purple onions. And I don't remember. These are cherry tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes on this plant. I don't remember what she said these were. She's got these cute little tiles, but I don't know. It means, oh, basil. She's also growing basil. So she's got these cute little tiles that tell you what you're growing. These are her bell peppers. Look at these bell peppers. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. This is just amazing. So these are her bell peppers. My mother is a green thumb. She's a beautiful gardener. She loves to keep beautiful plants and flowers. She collects them like I collect yarn. Look at how prickly this plant is. Ooh, that is sharp. Such a beautiful flower. Beautiful flower. But man, if you fall into this, you will get messed up. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. This tree here is a papaya tree, and look at how many papayas are on this tree. Oh, I love papaya. All the trees here bear some kind of fruit, whether it's a blood orange, if it's a peach. I think she's got several types of orange, lemon, and then here's my buddy right here following me around. I think this is garlic. I think this is her garlic patch. She's got lovely, lovely trees. And my little helper right here. So yeah, this is my mom's little flower and fruit garden. Hello and welcome to another vlog on the Crochet Luna channel. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from the San Diego area in Southern California on this Friday, July 4th. I hope everyone's well. I hope you are enjoying your summer. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am a crochet-centric blogger. I mostly talk about crochet, sometimes sewing, sometimes knitting, sometimes whatever other craft I'm into, but I want to welcome you all if you're a new viewer. If you are a returning viewer, I have missed you guys. I am so excited. My summer is finally starting. I am on summer break for the next couple of weeks, which will be amazing. This episode is full of content. I have FOs. I have like 5 FOs. I have a work in progress, and I have lots to share. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, let me show you today's mug. It is my one of, I have like 3 or 4 of these mugs, but I have a Snoopy mug for this episode. Snoopy is one of my favorite cartoon dogs. I have 2 favorite cartoon dogs, Snoopy and Scooby-Doo. I love them both. And I just purchased some, I know it's so juvenile of me, but I purchased some sheets for my bed that are Snoopy themed, and they are so cute. I really am enjoying them. It is hot and I've made the switch over to like summer bedding, which I am really happy. I have a fan going. I hope it doesn't come through too much in the background, but it is hot. It is San Diego. It is beautiful, but today I think is the start of like a little bit of a heat wave that's coming in next week. So I am not looking forward to that, but it will be nice to be home. I have plans. I don't have a big break, but I have enough of a break that I have lots of things that I want to get done. So First off, this episode will have FOs. We'll have talk of the Mal that's running right now, which is Summer Romance Make-Along that I run with Clarissa Beth of Crochet Cakes. I have the winner of the Dodgy Bag Mal. I've already contacted her. And let's see, what else do I have? Let's see. I don't know. I have notes. I have notes. So I will look at my notes and see where we start. We're going to start with FOs. Now, the first FO I'm going to show you, those of you who have watched my previous videos will, I think, appreciate the fact that this project is done, finished, ends have been woven in. I have finished the mittens. The mittens are finished. Yes, I diligently worked on these for the last 2 weeks to finish them. They are a gorgeous pattern. All the ends have been woven in. They fit beautifully, and they're not for me. These are a gift for a friend of my mother's. So my mother went to New Zealand. It's going to be, I think, 2 years this November or December. And she brought me home some yarn. And then the friend that she traveled with bought a skein of yarn and asked if I would make her something with it. And I didn't want to make something like just to make it quick, you know, get it off my plate. I wanted to do something really nice. And when I started working with the yarn, I realized this was the perfect yarn for this project. And I wanted to do something a little intricate. So I found this pattern by Brenda K.B. Anderson called the Traveling Vines Mitts. This is the pattern. Well, as soon as I saw this motif, I thought it would be perfect. So this is the pattern. This is a paid pattern. It's on Ravelry. And I worked up the first one. I think it was the right one that I worked up first. I've spoken about this yarn in a previous video, and I love it. It really lends itself well to stitch definition. It's not really fuzzy, and it's so nice to work with. Like I said, I really want to order, like, because it's from New Zealand, I'd have to order a good size, like a good amount to justify the shipping, but I am willing to do that because this yarn so impressed me that I want to make other things with it. And believe it or not, I would love to have a pair of these for myself. So these are finally done. They'll be heading home to my mom's friend, and I hope that she will enjoy them. The pattern is absolutely perfect. I had 0 issues with the pattern. Well written. It is charted. You work off of a chart. There's nothing like complicated about the pattern. You just have to follow row by row what she tells you to do, when she tells you to do it, and you're going to end up with a beautiful pair of mittens. So finally done. You have no idea. When I wove that last end in, I was throwing a party in my head. I was so happy. I sent my mom a picture of it. She was like, finally. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So that's FO number 1. FO number 2 is something that I have shown in the past videos that I was working on as my whip, and it is One Way or Another. It's this pattern by Faye Dashford Hughes. It is this beautiful mini scarf, and I finished it. I love this thing so much, and it's funny because when I finished it, I if you can see this side of the stitch, I thought this was the front, but I think this is the front, because look at this beautiful ridging, this beautiful stitch that Faye has you do for this pattern. I mean, you can wear it both ways, but this will be my perfect little neckerchief for the fall that I can wear with whatever. And it was really just a nice repetitive pattern. I used a 50-gram ball of yarn. The yarn that I use is from, it's a discontinued dyer. She doesn't dye anymore. It's Little Bean Loves Yarn in the colorway Happy Accident. I looked it up and I don't think she's dyeing anymore, but it looks very much like a neutral from afar, and I think that's really great. It's gonna go with a lot of things, but if you take a nice close look at it, it's a beautifully speckled, softly, gently speckled yarn. It's a pretty long, I can't even get it on here, but it's a pretty long scarf. So it wraps comfortably around your neck. And like I said, I think this is gonna be absolutely perfect for the fall. So I am very tempted to do another one in like a more vibrant color, but I think you'll lose on the stitch pattern if I think you do it in a really crazy, heavily speckled or variegated yarn. I think you lose the texture of this pattern. If you can see the picture, she actually does it in a solid color, and then in her other samples you see them that they're, again, just solid colors. I love this gray one. This pattern also gives you a recipe for doing a cowl with the stitch pattern that you see here, which I think would be lovely. I really love this side of it too. I think it looks really, really nice this way too. So this is my second FO. I blocked it. Like I said, it was 50 grams of yarn. Super chill pattern. Gives you beautiful texture on one side and I think a beautiful stitch on the other. Wear it as you will. Can't recommend her patterns enough. You'll always get a pattern and then some with Faye. Very detailed pattern. You'll learn some new techniques. If you want to push yourself, always go for one of Faye's patterns. You'll always learn a new technique or something different that will elevate your crochet, and I really am a huge fan of her work. So that's FO number 2. Now, these next FOs you will have not seen before, and I was inspired because my daughter's a Girl Scout, and one of the things that we purchase every year when she sells, I think it's in the fall, we sell chocolates and magazine subscriptions, is we always get like a magazine subscription, and she was interested in getting Vogue, and so we've been getting Vogue for the past year, and I kind of flipped through it. It's interesting to see, you know, the trends, the colors, but for this particular issue, I was you know, flipping through it and I came across this picture. This is I think this is the Fendi. No, this is a Louis Vuitton hat. I went online to try and find what this hat costs. I could not figure out how much it costs. I think these things are horrible. I mean, they would annoy me if I had little things hanging on. But the bucket hat itself, can you see the stitches on here? It just looks like 2 yarns held together in a single crochet. And I thought, you know what? I don't have any bucket hats. And I thought, it's summertime. I have cotton. Let me see what I can find on Ravelry for bucket hats. The other one is this one here. And if you were just to go look at if you were to go look at bucket hats from either Louis Vuitton, and I think this other one was Hermes. So this is an Hermes hat, and this is a Louis Vuitton hat. You're talking about hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a, I'm assuming, raffia and a cotton crochet. Both of these are crochet. They both look crochet, like crochet stitches to me. You're looking at hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But I love the look of the hats. I think it's on trend. It's great for the summer. So I went digging around on Ravelry, and I found 4 patterns, of which I made 3 to share with you. And the first one that I made is, this is free on her blog, and it's called the Granny Bucket Hat by Zines and Roger. I thought this was really cute. She wears it so well. It looks so good on her. There's some more pictures here. So it's free on her blog, and on her blog she has video links so that you can go and see how she's done certain stitches. And so here is my bucket hat. Now I think my cotton is a little bit thicker than what she calls for, so my hat is a little bit big, but I don't mind it. I mean, it's just a little floppy. It's just a cute little floppy hat for summer. I can throw it when I go out, you know, and it's not too heavy. The colors are pretty neutral to me. I think I could wear this with anything. And like I said, super simple to do. Granny stitch. You see it's a little bit big on the back. I'm thinking about doing another one and maybe either stopping at a different stitch count to make it a little bit smaller. But as is, I would totally wear this. I think it's cute. So this is my first FO of the bucket hat series that I went, the bucket hat journey that I went on. So this is number 1. Then I found this one. It's called the Multicolored Bucket Hat. It retails for $3.34. Simple hat. There's I got the pattern. So you can use your scrap cotton, and I like the solid top that she has here. So I tried doing the same because I knew that I was not going to have enough of this particular yarn to do a full hat. And I still wanted to not do the crazy colors or scrap, so I used a cotton fingering weight yarn that I had that was variegated. You can see it with, and I held it double with just a solid cream color cotton. So I use this cream color and then the skein of cotton yarn that I had, and then the top I used it's an Erica Night cotton, and I held it double. So this is the second one. Again, I think it's a cute little bucket hat. I think it wears well. I can, you know, pair it up with anything. I didn't do the crazy colors again. I didn't do it as a scrappy project. I like the shape of this. I think it looks good. It's comfortable. When I was working it, I thought it was way too big for my head, but I think it looks fine. So this is the second bucket hat pattern that I tried. Again, it's called the Multi Bucket Hat by Lisa Ock Crochet. I will link all the patterns below. You can make your scrappy if you want, which I think is really nice. And yeah, this is FO number 2 of my bucket hat series. For my third bucket hat, I chose another paid pattern called the Pony Bucket Hat, and it's by Veronica Pearl. It looks like this. This pattern retails for $3.99. And I chose this one because of the ponytail in the back. And you can make it with or without. So you can make it without the hole in the back for your hair, or you can make it with the opening in the back for your hair. That's why I chose this one. It called for a specific yarn and I wanted to try it, so I purchased it. It's Lion brand Rewind tape yarn. It's this yarn right here. I've never crocheted with tape yarn. It looks like this. It's like ribbon. And it is a bulky, it's categorized as a bulky yarn. And when I first saw it, I'm like, I don't see how it's a bulky yarn, but because look how it's thin and it's kind of wide, but nowhere near what I think of as a bulky yarn. I did not want to crochet with raffia. I've talked about that before. Raffia is really hard on my hands. I tried it once a long time ago. I did not like the way that felt. And even with working with these cotton yarns, they were really hard on my hands, especially because the hook sizes are on the smaller size. To get the nice, to get a nice dense thick, stitch, the hook sizes that the patterns call for were on the smaller side, and it was a little bit towards the end as I was crocheting. I could definitely feel it in my hand. So I purchased this yarn. This yarn's pretty economical. I think it was like $6 a ball, $6 or $7. It wasn't too bad. So I used one whole skein plus just a tad, just a little bit of the second one, and I made this hat. And I don't know what I did. I really butchered the opening in the back. It's supposed to look like a little rectangle, but mine looks like a triangle. Look, triangle. But it fits really nice. I love the color of this hat. So it fits really nice, very comfortable. And I really like the way this yarn worked up for this hat. It just held it single, so just one strand of the Rewind, one ball plus just a tad, only because I think my gauge was a little bit bigger than what it called for. I think you can, if you are a little bit tighter crocheter than me, you could definitely get this done with one ball of yarn. Love the color, love the way it came out. So this is the third bucket hat that I've made for the summer. So it's got a nice little detailing on there. Like I said, it came out nice and thick, and you can see that it's a very flexible yarn. So I made 3 hats, all in the span of like maybe a week and a half. Like this one I finished in 2 days, and then I just slowly worked on this one. So I made 3 hats, and I'm set for the summer. And I actually have a lot more cotton that I found as I was looking for my cotton balls, and I am tempted to do another one of the granny ones, like this one here, again maybe a little bit smaller, with a different color scheme. They're super fun to make. I definitely recommend the patterns. I will link them below. And yeah, if you want to make yourself an awesome bucket hat worthy of Vogue without paying the thousands of dollars these things cost, then definitely check out the patterns, or find one that you like yourself from Ravelry. Next, I want to talk about Summer of Romance. This is a make-along that I have run with my co-host Clarissa of Crochet Cakes. We've been running this every summer for the last 7 years, and this year's theme is close proximity. So you can choose any characters from books, movies, shows, anime, anything, poetry, however you want to interpret that theme and have that be the inspiration for your make. You're welcome to enter in our make along. We are a small but mighty group of makers. Every summer we get together and take that theme and make something fun. I usually will develop a graphic for it. This is this year's graphic. The make along runs June 11th through July 31st. So you have plenty of time to enter. We will draw prizes. I usually draw a prize from Instagram. And I know that Clarissa Beth has a Discord channel where she is hosting a group. I will link all that information below, and you are more than welcome to join at any time. You do not have to finish your make. As long as you can tie your inspiration to your make, you're more than welcome to join in. For my theme this year, I have chosen a movie that I really like. I love director Guillermo del Toro. He's one of my favorite directors. I love his aesthetic. I've loved all of his movies. And he did a movie called The Shape of Water. This is the poster. I really love this movie. I really enjoy it. And the poster to me is gorgeous. It's these beautiful blues, like, and you know, with that pop of red, and I love it. I love everything about this image. And I have chosen to do a shawl to represent my couple. And I went into my stash and I found the most perfect skein of blue yarn. Look at my bag. This is my bag that I'm using. This is from A Needle Runs Through It. This is Maria's company. She does a lot of these like wood tags. She does stitch markers. She does needle minders. She does all kinds of stuff. I will tag her shop below. You guys, I'm so thirsty. Like, I feel like a camel in the desert. I feel so thirsty. I have seen her at a SoCal Fiber Fair. I'm sure she'll be there this year, and I always try and buy a bag. I bought this one at the last Stitches West that I attended, which was like years ago. But look at that. Look at that fabric. It's just perfect. I love it. So I went to the UK in 2018 and I bought a bunch of yarn, of which I've used very little of. Most of my stash here is probably UK yarn. And one of the dyers whose yarn I fell in love with was River Knits. And as I was looking for a blue yarn for this project, I came across a skein of River Knits yarn in this color that as soon as I saw it, I'm like, if you could have picked a yarn to represent this color in this poster, it would have to be this one. I mean, look at it. It's got all the dark blues and the light blues. It is gorgeous. So I've chosen this skein for the background. And then I found a skein of a yarn that was dyed for me by Heidi of Wolfie Wool Yarn. And it was part of, it was going to be like a sweat. It was a sweater's quantity. And she dyed, I think it was like 4 skeins of one color and another, and 4 skeins of another. And I made a, like a little cardigan with the skeins of yarn of the red and black that she dyed for me. And then I had 1 skein left. And I found that skein, which is this one. So this I'm pairing up with this, which I think is gorgeous, to represent my project. And the inspiration of the poster with the blue and the red. The shawl that I'm going to make, because I'm doing a shawl, is called the Coral Shawl. And as soon as I saw it, I said, this is going to be it. So this is the shawl. And I think what caught my eye is that I thought, I'm just going to reverse the colors and it's going to be perfect. So when I saw it, I'm like, I love that color scheme. I love the red and the blue. I'm going to reverse it, and this is going to be my shawl. And it seems to be a two skein shawl. So it's perfect for what I have. It is a simple shape. It's like a crescent shape, and it's got a gorgeous detail on the lace border. I love it. I am really excited. I've already started working on it. The designer is Anna Nikki Perowitz. Of course, I'm going to butcher the name, so apologies, Anna. And Anna, as a side note, she has a book coming out in September that I am really excited about, and I want to share with you guys so that you guys know that you should, if you have any interest in making crochet socks, go do the pre-order. I want to link it below because this is on pre-order now, and it's called Crochet Socks That Rock. Look at that! I saw that and I was like, I click buy, because look at this. So she's got this book coming out in September, and it is currently on pre-order. Look at those socks. I know that people say crochet socks are not the same as knitted socks, but as a person who loves her crochet socks, wears her crochet socks, can't get enough of crochet socks, I am so excited about this book coming out. And she is a regular contributor to Inside Crochet. This pattern is in Inside Crochet. I don't know what the issue number is. I will definitely put the details down below. Not sure if you can purchase it from Ravelry. You might have to get the issue of Inside Crochet, but you can do a digital copy, which is so economical. This is a shawl that I'll be crocheting for my project. I've already started. Like I said, it's a crescent shawl. I just love this blue. I am so in love with this blue. I've got a little ladybug stitch marker. This was a gift from my friend Myra, and I'm using it as my little summer stitch marker. So this is how much I have done. It is a very nicely written pattern. It's got a nice little texture here. You can see it. Definitely will be focusing on working on this. And I have another pattern that I want to start, but I'm not sharing that today because I'm still going back and forth on the yarn that I want to use. I'm not starting the garment pattern that I wanted to from the Let's Crochet magazine. I'm going to hold off on this for a little bit, and I have my reasons why, and I'll share that I think in another episode. But I'm not going to be making any garments probably in the foreseeable 6 months. Just a quick aside, I am actually going on a weight loss journey. So if you don't want to hear about that, then I totally understand. But I have some health concerns that I've got to take care of, and part of that is sort of going on a weight loss journey that I'm really excited about. It's medically supervised. It is not Ozempic. It is something different. But I'm hoping that at the end of this phase that I will be in a much healthier space. Because of the kidney issues that I've had and some other health things that have been going on, I really just have to get a lot of things under control. And one of those things is lessening the impact of my weight on my joints. And so for that reason and other reasons, I'm going to not work on garments, because I'm afraid of, if I work on a garment of a certain size, I think in about 6 months it's going to be too big. And so I don't want to put the effort into it until I'm at where I'm supposed to be weight wise. And I'm really excited about that, actually. I'll talk about that in another episode, maybe a standalone episode. I don't know. You guys let me know. I know that weight loss is one of those things that is a very touchy subject for a lot of people. This is what's going to work for me. This is what has been recommended to me by my doctors. And so that's why I'm going to be doing that. So there's going to be a lot of changes to lifestyle and things like that, which are much needed on my end. And so that's why I've decided I am not going to work on garments for the next few months. So moving on from that, I just wanted to say that I am really excited for the crocheting that I'm going to be doing this summer. And by this summer, I mean in the next 2 months, because I've really gotten into a good routine of crocheting for an hour, at least an hour every day. And that's why I was able to finish these things by just saying, you know what, this hour, I'm just going to crochet. A lot of people do 15 minutes, but I'm lucky enough that I'm at a point right now in my life and in my routine and in my schedule that I can actually set aside that hour to crochet and just like chill. And it's done wonders, not only for my crochet, but sort of like for my mental health and just like an overall, you know, excitement for the craft, which I think has been missing for a bit. You know, people say you lose your crojo. I feel like the past several years I've wanted to crochet, and I love to crochet, and I've enjoyed crocheting, but it's gone in this like roller coaster of like, you know, just times where I can't, times where I can't, times where I haven't wanted to, times where I've just like, can I just get rid of all my yarn? It's just been very up and down. And right now I just feel like I'm in a really good, stable place for a lot of things. And one of those things is that I am really looking forward to sewing and crafting and doing the things that really bring me joy. I think a lot of that is that there are a lot of things currently that have made me very anxious. There's a lot of things going on in the world that have created a lot of anxiety for a lot of us. And I find that I don't like even want to go out. I just want to be home. I want to be home with my family. I want to be home with my craft. I want to be home doing the things that make me feel good. And finding time to really set aside to crochet has been a really, really good thing for me. So, and I hope that for all of us who are crafters, we're able to carve that time out and really find that thing that centers us and gives us a little bit of a relief from the stresses of life, work, politics. So many things are going on that are affecting us. Sometimes you don't even realize how much what's going on, you know, what you hear, what people express, what people say. You know, people can say, you know, I don't watch the news because I don't want to hear it. But I feel like even if you're not watching the news, you just can't help but, you know, hear about what's going on. And some of us are more impacted by what's going on than other people. But for me, my crafting has always been a place that has given me a lot of peace. And so when that wasn't happening for some time, it was really frustrating. Like I said, I think there was, and I think a lot of it has to do, and this is the complete aside, but I think a lot of it has to do with going through menopause and the hormonal changes that happen to women. And just, you know, for me, it was like, I just didn't feel like I comfortable in my own skin. Like there was no relief from that discomfort. And it was like a 2-year process. And coming out of that, now I feel like I'm in a way better mental space, emotional space. And I don't know, I wish more women would talk about what happens to us during menopause. When I do speak to other women about menopause and the things that affect you, everybody says the same thing. Like, I wish I would have known. I wish somebody would have talked to me. But yeah, I think that for 2 years, living through the hell that is menopause, really had me feeling sort of like, I felt like a ship out in sea with no anchor, nowhere to go, and just drifting along. And it was just a really weird time in my life. So now I feel a lot better about a lot of things. And like I said, I didn't mean to go on this tangent, but it all comes back to the things that ground me. And for me, crafting, crocheting, those are the things that ground me and make me feel like me. You know, those are the things that kind of make me feel like Claudia. So anyway, I shared my FOs, I shared my work in progress. I wanted to share the winner of the Dodgy Bag Mail. I want to thank everyone who participated in this year's Dodgy Bag Mail. It has become very difficult to work with Instagram and hashtags, and I mean, I don't understand what is going on, but I pulled some pictures from Instagram from people who tagged me and shared using the hashtag, but I kid you not, every time I would access the hashtag, I would get a different set of photos and FOs. And I mean, it was really weird. So I put a little compilation together. You'll see it at the end. If you don't see your project, it's because for whatever reason, Instagram was not letting me see it, even though you tagged me or you used the hashtag. It was not coming up on my feed. So I've shared all the ones that I was able to take pictures of. You guys did an amazing job as always. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to hear and see people say how much they enjoy the make-along. This is a make-along that I co-host with Allie of Little Drops of Wonderful, who does amazing tutorials. You know, she's got an amazing channel. I love Allie. But this year's winner is Starfire 69 Creations. So I'll put that here. I've already contacted her. She has sent me her information. I sewed up a little bag for her. This is going to be part of her prize. Love this fabric. So this will be part of her prize, along with one of the keychains, the Dodgy Bag Mail keychains, and some other little goodies will be headed her way. Again, thank you so much for participating in this year's Dodgy Bag Mail. We'll see you next year for another round of Dodgy Bag Mail goodness. So thank you again for participating. I hope that this summer for you guys is filled with crafty goodness and gardening. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of gardening that I shared with you. I've already eaten some zucchini that my mom gifted me from her garden. It was delicious, and some onions and tomatoes and all that good stuff. So I hope that you guys are enjoying your summer and that you are getting to enjoy some family time. And yeah, fall, you know, we all love the fall. We'll be here before we know it, and I will see you soon. I will hopefully have my shawl finished and another project that I want to get on the hook. And if you have any questions or comments, please share. I love reading your comments. Thank you again for spending time with me, and as always, craft with joy. I will see you soon. Bye.